Via Ferrata requires a device like this. As you can see, it has these two elasticated arms and then this thing here in the middle and this loop. Now this loop here is the loop that connects to your sitting harness belay loop. This is the only function of this. This part here, it is the shock absorber. In here, as you can see, let me see if I can pull it out. Interesting, this one will be hard. I will show you another one in a second. So this is the shock absorber. In a moment I will describe it better. And then you have to the shock absorber connected these two elasticated arms with carabiners. This is a Via Ferrata set. It's not the whole Via Ferrata system. The whole Via Ferrata system is made of the sitting harness and then the Via Ferrata set, then the helmet. And next to it, you'll put two more elements, gloves, and then a resting lanyard. I will explain in a moment. Let's go back to the shock absorber. You see, this one is different. Actually, Edelrid, they claim to making the smallest shock absorbers possible out there. Does it matter? Not really. Look how the shock absorber looks like. It is a lanyard stitched, nothing more. This is the shock absorber. Good. No need to open it more because I will have to deploy one for you to actually see how precisely is. The resting loop sign is there, which means I have to put it like this back in. Let me check. So we have rest loop. The rest loop, by that they say this one here, and that's that. Good. So this is the shock absorber of Edelrid. When I first time started to climb Via Ferrata, I bought this one. I checked on internet and bought this one. But because I liked this carabiner a lot from Black Diamond, they were producing them at the time, I thought I should buy a Via Ferrata set from Black Diamond as well. And I bought this one. You see, this type of carabiner activates differently compared to this type of carabiner. And I thought, oh, it is Black Diamond, will be an amazing Via Ferrata set. In reality, the shock absorber here, it is way different. It still has the lanyard in here, but then it has this plate here for braking. So this becomes interesting, totally different than what we usually see. It is still stitched, so you'll have some stitches there breaking when you fall, but then you have friction here with this plate, which makes it interesting. It is an interesting system they've chosen to work with. Very interesting. Good. You see, in here we have this red control web, and if this breaks, it means you should throw away the Via Ferrata set. Also, it should have in here the lifetime of it. It should say when it was produced, and you add 10 years for storage or less based on your usage, and then throw it away. It is for sure written somewhere here. We'll find it. I will show it to you. Now, what you see on all of them, give me one moment to put this back. What you see on all of them is more than 40 kilograms, less than 120 kilograms in total, including the gear, shoes, helmet, everything. Same specification here. More than 40 kilograms, less than 120. You see they added the backpack in here to make it clear, including gear. And the same in here. It says more than 40 kilograms, less than 120. What this means is, at the end of the day, they all have a lot of them. At the end of the day, they all are the same when it comes to safety. They all do the same job, all Via Ferrata sets. What changes from one Via Ferrata set to the other is small add-ons that will make them more or less comfortable to use, nothing more. For example, this one from Petzl has this added lanyard here, where you can connect a carabiner and make it, use it for resting, for example. Then it has these carabiners, which are practically a winner when it comes to Via Ferrata set cheap carabiners, these ones. They are a winner. There are similar carabiners on the market, but these ones are the winner. The similar carabiners look like this. They are almost identical and way cheaper than this one, but the more expensive cheap Via Ferrata set from Petzl will have this type and not the other type. They have a different one which is even cheaper and less comfortable to control. Now, this is from Petzl. What this set has compared to the cheaper ones is this type of carabiners, and they are a winner. They are very well made, designed, and then they have this webbing here. For example, climbing technology, they have this type of carabiner, and camp, they have a similar to this carabiner, which is the cheaper Via Ferrata set, and then the more expensive with this type of carabiner that opens differently, easier. This is way easier to control. Then the other element that makes it better to use is a swivel. This is the best swivel out there. You have different types of swivels. This one is in 3 points, which makes it to rotate in all axes of your Via Ferrata set. Petzl, they have a rotating swivel which helps, but up to a point, this will still entangle like this. They will still end up rotating like this, which is not good at all. This will never, because of a swivel. So practically, all these Via Ferrata sets, they do the same thing when it comes to safety, but what changes is add-ons, the type of carabiners, the size of the shock absorber, and through it, for all these features, they become more comfortable to use. Now, my conclusion after years and years of using them is this one from Black Diamond is a loser. This was supposed to be their top-notch Via Ferrata set, but it is so uncomfortable to open these ones. You put a lot of effort, it is somehow small here, the pressure I have to put, it is hard. I don't know, they got it just wrong. And as you can see, it's brand new because it wasn't worth bothering using it. I might, if I find someone, give it for free or just use it for a test on Via Ferrata. So it was supposed to be a winner, but in reality it ended up never being used because of these carabiners. They are not practical at all. For my hand, they are not practical. The way I'm touching here way too much, I will risk hitting the cable, not good. So, for a long time I used this one, and you see this carabiner, my hand stays way lower, and when I open I just do it and there is a lot of leeway. It's easy to do, way easier. I have absolutely no problem to opening. I had some issues with this system. I contacted Camp and well, they fixed it by releasing this new version. This is the latest version they have on the same. Of course, the shock absorber changed a bit, but not by much. And then the carabiners, they do changed. As you can see, there is a difference between this is the old and this is the new. There is a difference. You can spot the difference. This one no longer has the issue of getting blocked like this, opened. So this works properly. I've used it during wet conditions. Only during wet conditions this was blocking from time to time. And I've tested this one. This one works properly. They fixed the issue, which is perfect. Good. So I bought this as a replacement. I've used it for a while, but then I decided, what if I try their swivel? It is hard to trust this one because, well, it's a swivel. If they say it works, you should trust them, right? When I fall, it should catch me, nothing should happen. But I still have big emotions when I'm climbing Via Ferrata, just because, well, these bolts here, I don't know what to say. At least if they would have had something in the middle here as well, because if one jumps here and breaks one of the bolts, then this will definitely, I think it will get out. I don't know, I hope not. But I decided to buy it and try it, and now I'm using it always because it is just amazing. It makes the whole effort 10 times less because now this keeps rotating and the lanyards no longer entangle like this, and it no longer, and then like this, to force me stay on the Via Ferrata and clean them up. This no longer happens because of a swivel, you see. If I let it, this will rotate eventually here. This will rotate and it always stays like this. And this is the one I'm currently using. Out of curiosity, I bought this Edelrid and it ended up being used a couple of times. Well, enough to have fair usage signs on it. The carabiners here, I think this is the best carabiner out there in terms of easy of use. They open so easily. Yes, it's all metal. Is this metal or plastic? I think this is plastic here. I cannot make sense. This should be plastic. This is metal. And I think this is better than this from Camp. They appear to have a larger opening here. They are a very good system. And overall, I like it. Yes, probably I will buy another one, the latest, whatever that one will be when I'll decide to buy and try. Very good job, people from Adelaide. My go-to will still be Camp. The Via Ferrata set from Camp. Now, when it comes to Petzl, I have this one here. This is retired. This I no longer use. And these carabiners are just amazing. I use them for my resting system. They are good. They are the best out there Via Ferrata rated carabiners. I have many of them. I just love them, but not for progression on Via Ferrata, for resting or different purposes, just because, well, this type of system is way better for progression. I don't use the loop, this loop here, or this loop here for resting, just because for my case I have this resting system here. I prefer this for various reasons, hence I only use the Via Ferrata set, which is this one currently, for one single purpose, to advance on Via Ferrata, nothing more. Now, what the Via Ferrata set is, how it works, I have many videos on the channel. No reason to do it now again here. It's best if you go there and see it exactly. What I've tried to do now was to tell you that when it comes to safety, all of them are identical. Literally, they all do the same job. There is no differentiator between one or another. This one from Petzl, this one from Adelaide. They all are the same. They achieve the same performance. There is no difference. You should not buy a Via Ferrata set thinking one is better than the other, because they are not. What differentiates them is the level of comfort they provide when you advance on a Via Ferrata. And it's not about being better in terms of the job they do in terms of safety. They might be better in terms of the comfort they present. And that comfort, it is what makes them more expensive. Just because you buy this type of carabiner and not this type, you'll pay premium. Just because you buy with a swivel in place of without a swivel, it will make it more expensive. This is what differentiates the Via Ferrata sets, the add-ons that add comfort to using them. Nothing more. So when you go on Via Ferrata, buy whatever is best for you in terms of the available budget you have. Go out there, do the experiences, have the fun with the cheapest possible if you don't have money for more. And one day, if you really like it and you know you'll do it more and more, you can buy something more expensive like this. I've seen people buying this one just because it is lighter, slightly lighter, but people do prefer that. It really doesn't make a difference when it comes to real effort, real adventure, real climbs, but some people, they do think about that. Now, this is an add-on for climbing Via Ferrata. There is no official specification about this. This is not part of a Via Ferrata system. This is part of an extended Via Ferrata system. The Via Ferrata system has the sitting harness or the full body harness, then the Via Ferrata set, and then the helmet. These are the three basic elements. You cannot not have one of them when you go on Via Ferrata. Then, and this makes your Via Ferrata system, then you can add at least two add-ons, the gloves and then the resting system. This is my resting system, this static lanyard. It is Y from Climbing Technology. You should only use this one under tension, always under tension, while resting, while not advancing. You should never use this one when advancing on a Via Ferrata. Well, not really. If you check my channel, you will see that there are some cases where you can advance on a Via Ferrata and use this at the same time safely. And actually, it increases your safety on Via Ferrata. It is cumbersome, so go check out there. There's a couple of videos about it, and you'll see what it is about. Now, some people prefer Petzl Connect Adjust, this from Petzl, this lanyard here. It is dynamic rope, but, well, it doesn't. I think it's semi-static. Maybe it says somewhere here. I never bothered to check. And they say they love it better just because this one here adjusts, and they can adjust the length. Now, I can tell you this. If it is too long when you need it fast and sharp, short, you might get into trouble. You might lose control and drop if you use this one. It's my opinion. If it is too short and you need it longer, again, you might employ more energy to make it longer, so you have to extend it like this. You'll extend it like this. So this requires effort, and again, you might fall because of that. That is why I use this Y here. This Y has two arms, two lanyards. This one's here. This loop goes to the belay loop of your sitting harness. And then this is short, and it is a predictable short length, and this is long. This is a predictable long length. I know them by memory, and I know exactly what I have to do based on which one I need in difficult situations. So I use this one because it is predictable. I know exactly the energy I have to put in to clip it wherever I need to fix myself in a static position and recover from a potentially dangerous situation. Hence, I'm using this one. It offers a lot of predictability, way less effort employed to employ it compared to this Petzl Connect Adjust device. Good. I hope this helps you. Just to make a case, they all are the same. You see? Another shock absorber. And this is retired now. It was produced on, let's see, 1st of 2022. Yes. I can still make use of it, but you see I have so many. There is no point of continuing to using this when I have the other ones. So, yes, good luck out there.